So I went to see Huntsman Winter's War. Winter is coming. One thing this film is definitely not is not Game of Thrones. So excuse the Game of Thrones pun. Actually, what is this film? Because it's a fairy tale movie. It's supposed to be told. I don't know why they're doing it again. They tried it with the first one. Box office wise, I don't think it made the numbers they were thinking. Why did they make this film? Well, who knows? It was meant to be a prequel, but ended up somehow becoming a sequel. Now, that was maybe for them to avoid the elephant in the room of Kristen Stewart, aka Snow White. I mean, the first one was Snow White the Huntsman. Now all of a sudden you got just the Huntsman, Winter's War. But this film is not as much as it tells a backstory about the Huntsman. It's not really about the Huntsman alone. I mean, you've got the two sisters, the Ice Queen or Snow Queen. Let's call it the Ice Queen, and Ravina, played wonderfully by Charlize Theron. And that's one thing about this film. With the casting, you think, okay, you know what? Because I'll be honest, I didn't have much hope for this film. I went in with low expectations. After the first one and with the performance and stuff, the script, yeah, this wasn't going to be a Maleficent or like any of those kind of films. So I didn't go with high expectations. I mean, the hope that it had was the casting. I mean, you got Jessica Chastain, you got Emily Blunt, you got Charlize Theron. I mean, and you got Hemsworth. Like, yeah, Hemsworth is alright, but yeah, at least in terms of the leading, or at least in terms of the ladies, you got a stellar cast there. But just like the Ice Queen, sorry to disappoint you, that hope gets crushed. That hope gets crushed. Like, the script is just it's very predictable after a while. I mean, they've got a nice twist at the end that somehow links it back to the first film, but apart from that, it was very bland, can I say? Yeah. Now, I felt the story there was going on, and for the first 20 minutes, you're like, okay, you're seeing the past of the Huntsman, you're seeing the past of the Queen, and after setting up that story, we jumped 7 years later into the future, past the Snow White and the Queen era, and yes, we get this film. Now, you got the comic relief of the dwarfs, played by Nick Frost and Rob Brydon. They keep the film light, but after a while you realize they don't really add much to the film in terms of the narrative. They're literally just there for the comic relief. Like, there's even one point in the film where the character, like, I think one of the female dwarfs asks, "Oh, what about him?" Like, Hemsworth just is like, "I like them." He had no purpose with them. And with the jokes, some were funny. I can't lie. They helped lighten the mood, but after a while, it felt forced. The jokes, it just kept coming and coming, and you're like, "Oh God, it's in a comedy show," and that's another thing. The film felt confused in what it was meant to be. Like, the first one was a dark, new interpretation of the Snow White classic tale. This one is an action movie, very light. Like, it's similar to something that I watch sometimes, Once Upon a Time. Now, that knows what it's trying to be. This one, it's supposedly supposed to be a dark continuation of the world with the sisters, the queens. But yeah, with Hemsworth's jokes, like, Hemsworth is a different character in this one. They've definitely given him more personality, more character, but it's not. He's definitely not brooding. He's not your Batman kind of guy. But not everybody has to be. Not saying he has to be, but he's a caricature of himself almost. You know, like, there's even one scene where he's bragging about himself, like, "Oh, did you see that? Did you see that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I saw that." But seriously, the action sequence were very fast, very quick. Like, it's as if they didn't want you to know that it was the stars doing the stunts. So, like, nice moves and stuff, but it was like Transformers all over again. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but before you know it, it's done. One thing, I'll visually, the film looks stunning. I mean, they paid attention to detail. There's some scenes where you see some snake, grass snake, literally grass snake. I mean, it's got grass on it. A turtle with grass on it. Just little details. There's little funny people. The world is alive. The world the world felt real. It was visually stunning. Some of the shots, the setup, the the costumes were nice and everything, and it felt like they really spent a lot of time on these aesthetics, which makes the film nice. But where's the story? The story was really bland. It was like really and truly, oh, it's almost it was almost an imitation of the Lord of the Rings. Please don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying this is as good as Lord of the Rings. Far from it. But in terms of the mirror, everybody's on a quest to try and get it, and the temptation that the mirror puts people on, and things like that. And even there's a scene where they have to literally break into the Queen's Tower, similar to how our heroes have to break into Isengard or things like that. So it's got those elements that, okay, I've kind of seen this story before. And yeah, also there's a theme that where the Queen keeps mentioning her army, like, of huntsmen. Like, these guys, yeah, they're like the elite. We're guessing like the SAS of this world, but they ain't really an army. Like, when I see that, it's like, yeah, it's a group of people, like, it's assassins kind of thing, but there's no like a huge army. Like, so the payoff in the end scene, you're thinking, oh, you're gonna see a if you're thinking it's called the Winter's War, you want to see war, but there's not really a lot of war. There's not that many action scenes, really and truly, and this theme of love. Like I said, if I want to see love, true love, I'll watch Once Upon a Time. The accents, very strange accents. I mean, because of the forest and the trees, all of a sudden these guys are Scottish or Irish. Like, or you like Hemsworth's accent here. Sometimes I'm thinking, where are the subtitles? Seriously, what does this guy say? Like, oh, you don't like it. I'm not sure about that. Like, you're gonna go through the forest. I was like, why? Just because Chastain is a bit Irish, Scottish mixture there. It's like, the dwarves, you can understand what they're saying. You got your normal English actors. The Queens don't bother trying to put on some Scottish accents and stuff. So yeah, it was unnecessary. Just keep it simple. I mean, he did it in Thor. To me, yeah, I did say this film is like a fairy tale, but one thing it definitely didn't. I mean, the way they set up the happy ending, or whatever you call it, happy ending, it didn't leave me with a happy ending. That's for sure. Entertaining. Like I said, I didn't go with high expectations, so it was entertaining enough. I'll give it a C. Yeah, I'll give it a C. So